Welcome back to Future Bike Zone. The year 2025 brings in a refreshing update for one of the most iconic cruisers on Indian roads, the Bajaj Avenger 220. For years, this motorcycle has held a special place in the hearts of riders who wanted the cruiser experience without having to spend a fortune on heavyweight imports. With this new 2025 model, Bajaj has tried to balance tradition with modernity, keeping intact the Avenger's laid-back cruiser DNA while enhancing it with upgrades in design, performance, and technology that cater to the new-age rider. In today's video, we are diving deep into the all-new Bajaj Avenger 220, exploring every aspect of this bike, from its styling to performance, comfort, features, pricing, and what makes it stand out in the growing mid-capacity motorcycle segment. The first thing that strikes you about the 2025 Avenger 220 is its unmistakable cruiser stance. Bajaj has retained the long, low-slung silhouette that the Avenger has always been known for, but with more refinement and attention to detail. The bike still carries that stretched wheelbase and a relaxed seating position that screams comfort over long journeys, but the updated model now gets a sleeker headlamp unit with full LED lighting. The iconic round headlight is preserved, but with modern DRLs that give it a contemporary edge while maintaining its retro charm. Bajaj has also updated the instrument cluster, which now comes in a semi-digital format. Riders get a combination of analog styling with digital practicality, displaying information such as gear position, trip meters, fuel efficiency readouts, and service reminders, something that wasn't available in older models. It's clear that Bajaj is trying to keep the Avenger relevant to today's tech-savvy riders while not straying too far from its roots. In terms of engine, the 2025 Avenger 220 continues to be powered by a 220 cubic centimeters, oil-cooled, single-cylinder, four-stroke engine, which has been refined for BS7 compliance and improved fuel efficiency. Bajaj has retuned the motor to deliver smoother power delivery and reduced vibrations, something that earlier Avenger models were often criticized for. The engine now produces around 20 horsepower and 19 Nm of torque, which might not sound like a massive leap on paper, but in practical riding, the improved torque curve makes the bike feel livelier in the low and mid-range. This means cruising at highway speeds of 80 to 100 km per hour is effortless, with enough reserve power for quick overtakes. Bajaj has also worked on the Gearbox, offering a slicker 5-speed transmission with improved gear ratios that enhance both city rideability and highway cruising comfort. For a bike in this segment, it's not about top-end performance, but rather about offering a relaxed, stress-free ride, and the Avenger 220 delivers exactly that. Now let's talk about the ride comfort, because that's one of the biggest reasons people buy cruisers like the Avenger. The low seat height of just about 730 mm makes it one of the most accessible cruisers for riders of all heights, especially shorter riders who often struggle with taller motorcycles. The seat itself has been redesigned in 2025 with better cushioning and broader support, making long hours in the saddle more comfortable than before. The pillion seat has also been widened and now comes with an upgraded backrest, ensuring that both rider and passenger can enjoy extended rides without fatigue. Bajaj has slightly tweaked the handlebar position, offering a more natural hand placement that reduces strain on the shoulders during long journeys. The forward-set foot pegs complete the cruiser ergonomics, giving you that classic feet-forward riding posture. All these changes might sound small individually, but when combined, they make a significant difference in everyday comfort. Suspension duties are handled by telescopic forks at the front with gaiters for added protection and twin shock absorbers at the rear. Bajaj has tuned the suspension to strike a balance between comfort and stability. On smooth highways, the bike glides effortlessly, while on broken urban roads, the suspension soaks up most bumps without much drama. Of course, it's not as plush as larger, premium cruisers like the Harley-Davidson or Honda Rebel series, but for its price and segment, it does a commendable job. Handling remains predictable and stable, thanks to the long wheelbase and low center of gravity. While the Avenger isn't built for aggressive cornering, it feels confident in sweeping turns and doesn't feel unstable even with a pillion and luggage. At city speeds, its maneuverability is decent, though you will feel its weight while weaving through tight traffic compared to lighter commuter bikes. Braking has seen an upgrade in the 2025 model, with a 280mm disc at the front paired with single-channel ABS as standard, and a 240mm disc at the rear replacing the older drum setup in higher trims. This greatly improves braking confidence, especially on highways and wet conditions. Riders who always wished for better stopping power in the Avenger will be glad to see this upgrade. Safety has clearly been taken more seriously this time around. The alloy wheels with tubeless tires further add to practicality and peace of mind on long rides. When it comes to design elements, Bajaj has kept things simple yet stylish. The 2025 Avenger 220 gets new color options, including metallic black, deep red, and a matte blue finish, all paired with subtle chrome accents that enhance its cruiser identity. The fuel tank retains its signature teardrop shape with bold Avenger badging, while the new side panels and exhaust design give it a fresher look. The chrome exhaust now comes with a dual-tone heat shield that looks more premium. Overall, the bike has matured in its styling while still keeping its essence intact. It's a bike that manages to look classic without appearing outdated, which is a tough balance to achieve. Now let's talk about performance in real-world conditions. In the city, the Avenger 220 feels surprisingly easy to ride for a cruiser. The low-end torque helps you navigate stop-and-go traffic without frequent gear changes. The cooling system ensures the engine doesn't heat up excessively, even during long commutes. On highways, the bike shines as a relaxed mile muncher. Cruising comfortably at 90 to 100 km per hour, it feels stable, planted, and vibration-free. Push it harder, and it can reach a top speed of around 125 km per hour, but that's not where it feels happiest. It's at those mid-speed cruising ranges where the Avenger feels most enjoyable, with the wind brushing past and the engine humming steadily. Fuel efficiency has also seen improvement, with the bike now delivering around 38 to 42 km per liter depending on riding conditions. This makes it both affordable to run and suitable for long-distance touring, as the 13-liter fuel tank offers a decent range between refuels. The price is one of the biggest strengths of the Avenger 220. The 2025 model is expected to be priced around 1.55 to 1.65 lakh rupees ex-showroom, which makes it an incredibly value-for-money cruiser. In a market where proper cruisers are often priced much higher, the Avenger remains one of the most affordable options for riders who want that laid-back, American-style cruiser experience without breaking the bank. Bajaj has been smart in positioning the Avenger as an entry-level cruiser that appeals to young riders, working professionals, and even older enthusiasts who want a reliable, stylish, and comfortable motorcycle for both city use and weekend rides. In conclusion, the 2025 Bajaj Avenger 220 is a motorcycle that continues the legacy of being India's most accessible cruiser, but now in a more refined and modern avatar. It's not just about looks anymore, it's about offering a wholesome package that balances performance, comfort, safety, and affordability. If you are looking for a bike that lets you enjoy the freedom of the open road, gives you that cruiser feel, and does so without burning a hole in your wallet, the new Avenger 220 should definitely be on your list. Bajaj has once again proven that you don't need to spend big money to experience the joy of cruising, and that is exactly what makes this bike so special.